But yeah, we're going to be doing some Golden Krone Hotel today. I'm super excited here because there was a pretty big secret, I guess kind of hinted at, uh, like the week before last, probably about 10 days ago. I noticed something was suspicious actually a while ago. This has been the game since September, I think, whenever the last big update happened. And I actually kind of mentioned something to the dev about it. I was like, hey, something's weird here. And I didn't realize it was something this big. And they were playing coy about it. And I didn't pry. Because I thought it was just, I actually thought it was like a, like a tribute to something. Like a reference. Like something personal or something. But you'll see what I mean when we get there. It ended up being a pretty cool thing. A really surprising thing that's in the game, and really shocking that it's been in here this long. And it's kind of like an extra challenge. So, I'll stop teasing and we'll get into it, I guess. But I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. And I basically, once I realized that there was more to it, I started poking around, and I figured it out pretty quickly. And then I dug a little bit deeper and figured out more. Like, it's like a rabbit hole a little bit. So I was poking around in debug mode just to like hunt for it when I had no idea what it was. So I haven't actually like checked it out legit or tried it. So this will be the first time doing that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I do think I figured out a kind of easy way to deal with the challenge part, and I think I'm going to take that route. Because otherwise, I think it is potentially quite challenging. And I'd like to not, lose the run trying to do it here. Maybe we can showcase it for sure on stream. So I think the Berserker is well suited for this challenge. So I'm going to pick them. And then if we have time for a second run, I think we'll jump into the weekly, which I haven't been doing in a while. I did the weeklies for like 3 months straight, and all that's on my YouTube channel. And I had a blast doing those. And I was already pretty good at the game, I think, but I got a lot better doing the weeklies like that, actually. Because you only get one try, so instead of like taking risk and like restarting, like it completely reframed how I approached the game to an extent. Because there's a lot of variance, especially early on in this game. So sometimes I chalk up certain encounters and like bad things that happen to you early just to luck and RNG, which there's an aspect of it. But playing the weekly challenges where you only get one chance, I started like going to greater lengths than I normally would to try and mitigate that variance and RNG, and survive and play like more conservatively. And I think that made me a better player overall. And it's been it was a lot of fun playing these weeklies once a week and getting better and learning how to avoid certain challenges and stuff. So it'd be cool to do that today as well. But first, we're going to start with normal. We're going to play the Berserker. I actually haven't played the Berserker since they got this new special ability. The last update gave every single class a special ability, so there's a lot more uniqueness to every class here. They're all special in their own way. They're all their own little snowflake. And this one, now in addition, they're always pretty good because they start with the big potion. And rage is pretty solid. And +2 strength. The big potion is really good. This like is almost like a free boss kill if you use it appropriately. But now they get knockback chance on melee attacks, which is pretty cool. That seems really strong against melee enemies because you can keep knocking them back and they can like never hit you. It's almost like free kiting. Against ranged enemies, it could be a bad thing, though, because you knock them back and then they attack you while you have to walk into them. So it's a little bit of a double-edged ability there. I think you probably abuse, like, walls for ranged enemies like that, so you can knock them back into walls. So, again, I haven't tried the Berserker yet with this new ability, but that's kind of my thoughts going into it. Yeah, let's start this run. That's a lot of guys. Oh, geez. That's not what I wanted to do. Am I gonna die right here? Because I accidentally pulled back and ruined my choke point. I can't hit the rat. And my knockback doesn't work here because there's enemies behind them. Jeez, that was rough. That's the kind of thing that can happen to you early in this game. that makes it... That's like exactly the variance in RNG I was talking about that makes me not mind like losing earlier, almost think that it's almost out of your control. Sometimes. You can get some really bad starting rooms in this game. And that was definitely a difficult one. Some bad rolls or a weaker class may not have survived that. Otherwise, a quiet first floor, because I guess everything was in that first room. And we're wolves up here, yeah. Okay. What do we want to level up? What's our path here? I think spells are really good for the secret. So intelligence is pretty good, but we are playing a berserker. I did consider starting berserker and then going like all casting, which would be a really weird thing to do. But I think I can do it without that. You saw how we were missing a lot in that first room. I think we want dexterity to even out our combat variants. Although going from 12 to 13 strength is really good for vampire form. I say this a lot and I reiterate it pretty much every time we get to this point of a run, just because I don't know how experienced the people viewing are and if they've seen my other content. So sorry if you've heard this before, but the odd strength values give you +2 strength in vampire form due to the rounding, because it adds +50% strength. So that 13 strength is pretty good. I'm going to start with Dex to smooth out the variance. We're not even in vampire form yet. And then I think before we even turn to a vampire, we're going to get another level. So I think by then we are going to try and add 13 strength. Probably even go up to 15 at some point early. I would like to hit like 11 or 12 Dex to kind of smooth out our 2-hit rate. Hey, welcome Greenboard. Thank you. Thank you. There's a good chance there's more wolves there. I'm going to sit here and heal. Okay, right away, we're getting spells. So something I learned relatively recently is that if you take a spell, future spell books, they have a higher probability of showing up spells that you already have, so you can level them up. Which I think actually adds a lot of value to skipping spells if they're like ones that you don't necessarily want. The +1 mana isn't like amazing, and this used to not even actually be an option. It's cool that they added this so that you could skip spells and not really worry about it, and actually get a benefit from it. Like Quake and Charm, I have a feeling we're not going to use this run, so I feel like I don't even look at those. Charm actually has some value. Disappear is really cool and pretty good on the guy we have right now. And we're going to take that. You chose Bombardier for all of your recent runs because he has the bomb spells. Yeah, Bombardier is very strong. Bomb is very strong. For people who've been seeing my weeklies that I was doing for a while, we used Bomb a lot in a lot of those. Practically trying to turn everything into a bomber if we could, which is awesome. So I've had my fill of Bomb, and I do love that spell. Makes sense from what you've seen, although it seems like something that'd be nice for the tutorial to mention. I think the developer is at the point where they assume people don't read the tutorial because they seem to not. just based on the kind of questions people ask and the issues they have. So I think anything that's a little more niche like that, they don't really intend to add to the tutorial. Bomb 4 teleport is pretty sweet. You can still get screwed by it though. Yep, you can move the tombstone with bomb. And Greenborn is starting to refer to the secret, which does involve a special tombstone. The Berserker can also move it with their knockback attack, which makes the Berserker pretty good. I'm gonna go somewhere else and try to find some light. Okay, I like this. I think a higher level blink might be even more reliable than teleport for escaping bomb radius, since it's less random. So that's a cool combo as well. There have probably been questions you've had that were in the tutorial, but you played it more than once. Yeah, in roguelikes in particular, and probably games in general, like the tutorial, it teaches you a bunch of stuff, but it is a lot of information to take in, and you're learning stuff that you're not going to internalize until later when you actually apply it. In a lot of games, like, it helps to like learn all your options early on and then play them for a bit and then come back and like look at the early stuff again. And you'll either catch things that you didn't remember the first time that'll help you, or you'll be able to reframe like things that you learned earlier and kind of passed over, but now with the context of like more information you have, you can like make better use of them. It's something I do with like NetHack and stuff still, is sometimes I'll look at like item effects and stuff that I don't use normally and say like, wait, there might be actually an interesting use for this now that I have more knowledge to apply it better, which is kind of cool. That guy got his double move. Sneaky. That guy was sneaky too. What's up, all these sneaky vampires? This Hawker doesn't have much of use. Buying low equipment like this generally isn't worth it. You'll find better equipment eventually. Gluggy potion looks alright. I don't know what the base price of ale is. This potion, if it turns out to be soul elixir, which isn't unlikely, could get even cheaper than if it's identified than not identified. I might wait till we get soul elixir to even consider buying something like that. Grimoire is solid. Overall, not a super exciting hawker. If you remember correctly, DCSS's tutorial was really basic, teaching you about just enough to start playing an easy character. I don't know if I actually played DCS's tutorial. I didn't realize it had one. It'd actually be interesting to see how they implemented that. That's a game that's actually, like, kind of simple as far as roguelikes go, in a lot of ways. Complex for games overall. So I'm kind of curious, like, what information they decided to put into the tutorial. Okay, that's floor 2 cleared. I haven't seen any humans yet. That's interesting. We've actually full cleared all of these floors so far. Alright, let's pull some of these guys down. Let's go one more dex here, and then I'm probably going to raise my strength. Guess I should have pulled that guy down. I figured I'd kill him before the other guy came here. Another Gluggy potion, a master key. Those things are really expensive in these shops. Shimmering Potion looks excellent. Teleport, Silence, and Bounty. Those are all very good potions. Milky's pretty solid. The Lizard Leg is a really good potion. Magic Mapping's pretty cool as well. The tutorial goes into the Minotaur Berserker, which you can understand why, because it's simple, but it's also boring, so you never did have the motivation to play any other class. I think their design philosophy is to eliminate all no-brainers and uninteresting or tedious choices. Yeah, that's their general philosophy, based on what I read in their commits when they update the game. They'll frequently reference exactly that, that it was an obvious choice to do X or Y, so we've removed that choice or changed it in some way where it's not obvious. Maybe one day you'll try Spriggan Enchanter because it does sound neat compared to some of the others. Yeah, that was actually my second win, I think, was a Spriggan Enchanter. That was a lot of fun. Someone in stream recommended it, actually, when I was starting a new run. Okay, this character is probably never going to be casting level 2 spells. So we're not going to be looking at Enrage here. Heal's pretty good, though. I'm going to take Heal. That's a dead end. You don't see those a lot in this game like that. Speaking of DCSS, I feel like that's something that the DCSS map gen does a lot, is make these like long, windy, single tile corridor dead ends. The Menagerie. Hey, maybe we can do the Ice House finally. I've actually only been in there once and I never cleared it. Because if you want to maximize points in the daily, you want to conserve turns, and it's not a mandatory branch. So I usually skip it. I went into there once when I was first playing the new patch and checking it out. And I died in there because it's got like ice golems and stuff. It's not an easy branch by any means. Alright, we're a vampire now. I guess I should leave torches off if we're going to be a vampire. They can see in the dark and take advantage of stealth. Alright, I'm going to raise my strength now that I'm a vampire. So there's actually going to give me 2 extra points of strength in this form. Should explore the right side of the map before the sun comes out. Not too late. Guy has ice. Ooh, what do you have? Shock. That's a lot of dudes. Well, most of them are mine side, so that's good. What is that? The greenhouse? Berserker knockback seems pretty good against golems. I like that. Oh yeah, what's the Hawker have here? Another Gluggy, a Manual. We should prioritize trying to get that. Manuals give you +1 stat point. They're pretty big. And just a bunch of equipment. Most of which we already have close to or better. It's 5 leggings, pretty cool. I want to explore the bottom here. Oh, I can't get around to it from here. Whoops. Oh wow, we're making a lot of noise. We attracted a lot of attention there. At some point we do want to raise our intelligence to make our level 1 spells more reliable to cast. Invisibility, which we already have, is pretty good. Just for like maneuvering and escaping. Like teleport or something would be cool. Some of those you want to have semi-reliable and not have like a 13% chance of failure or whatever we probably have right now. Probably have like 7% right now. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my strength for now though. We're probably going to stay in vampire form for a while. It's pretty strong at this point in the game. These golems aren't great because they don't bleed. We're taking health damage and not able to heal it, which is not good for a vampire. This is a dark floor. The grotto. We'll stick near the top where there's no sunlight yet. Shock. Firestorm. Oh, that was some unfortunate sunlight beaming in from across the map. That guy moved on that diagonal. I couldn't knock him back there. That was interesting that he didn't move in front of me. I assume that was not a conscious decision, but it worked out for them. Alright, we should wrap around to the bottom. There's no sun. Okay, that's floor 5 cleared already. We can afford that manual now. I want to go ahead and buy that. That was on this floor, wasn't it? No, it's a floor under us. That way, whenever we end up turning into a human, for whatever reason, we get to read it right away. She was in the top right. We may get forced to turn into a human to either heal or to not fight a Soliminar, which is probably going to be dangerous the first time we see one. Raising strength instead of dex, which is what we're doing at the moment though, is pretty good for Soliminars, because strength gives you flat damage reduction. And their spells like always hit you, and when dex gives you a dodge chance. But since the spells always hit you and they're quite strong, dex doesn't help you at all versus most of them. Or all of them, I guess. Speaking about turning into a human at some point, what are our potions? So looks like we probably do have a soul elixir in one of these two. We got the volatile potion and the combustion potion, kind of adding some danger to these sets. These are pretty interesting sets too. Lizard Leg is very good, Deadeye is very good, Aether is pretty solid. Clarity's pretty cool. It's really good for the Pharmacopoeia boss fight in particular. So if you have one, it's nice to not like use idea if you can use a primer so you don't like waste it. It might not have a ton of value outside of that though. Alright, new floor, floor 6. Gothic roguelike? Yeah, I guess it is kind of gothic. It's more of a it's like vampire themed, so it's like Transylvanian Dracula style vampire theme and setting. But yeah, that's pretty similar to Gothic. Yeah, what up, Xylon? Welcome. And yeah, we're in vampire form right now. Folding some paper crafts. Oh, this, I didn't realize this guy was on a diagonal. I thought he was up one tile. Oh, this is dangerous. We're pretty low health rate here. I'm gonna go downstairs. This poison could actually kill us if it procced on every turn. I think we turn into a human right now. That way I can cast the heal spell to make sure we don't die to poison. We probably don't die right now, but it's not guaranteed. And we have a higher chance of dying in vampire form because vampires take health damage over time, no matter what. And also we get to read that manual if we turn back into a human right now, which is pretty high value because we're only level 5. Manual's practically a level up with that stat point. Like a Christmas star? Oh, cool. Playing some Star Sector, got really hooked. Oh, neat. I'm not too familiar with that game, but I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it recently. Okay, so that one was a soul elixir as expected. You know, glow's actually pretty good for the secret. Because it's in dark areas. And yeah, we do have Maelstrom, which heals us. Haste is really good in general, though. I think Haste plus Enrage is a bit of overkill. So maybe we rely on Rage. Haste lets you escape, though. Which is more utility than Enrage has. Enrage just makes you better in combat. Disappear is a bit of an escape spell on its own, though. That's 4 spell slots, too. I was hoping to get a spell like Teleport. I guess we're using Disappear instead of Teleport this run. Go for Glow. I think we're going to appreciate that later. I'm going to select a potion to identify. So Cloudy is intriguing because the Blinding Potion is an answer to the Gorgon Queen boss, which is usually one of the earlier ones you go for. So if we can narrow out Blinding, that would be great. I think the higher value ones are Milky and Aromatic to try and separate these good potions from the bad ones. Lizard Leg is a really rare potion. I'd be surprised if we got 2 of them this early. So I actually don't think this is Lizard Leg, but it could be. We don't mind use testing for blood out of this set. And if we're assuming this isn't Lizard Leg, determining volatile from revealing essence isn't super high value either. So I'm kind of narrowed down to the aromatic potion and cloudy. I'm gonna go for this cloudy potion. Knowing invisibility would be pretty good too. It is the blinding potion. I think that was good value there. Alright, we're human now. I can't cast any spells yet. Let's wait some turns and see what this poison does. There's an enemy. Where was the stairs at? Up here? Okay, that protects us from poison, so we got the heal off. Alright, let's heal up completely. I've been leaving all the torches off, so it's very dark everywhere. How do you like that, Brawler? I have your ability now. It did a lot of damage to us. And we are starving. Should do something about that. And what stat point did I get? +1 intelligence. Okay. Not ideal for this early, but getting that spell failure chance down is pretty solid for this spell set. And it's still 7%, which isn't ideal. So we went from 13 to 7. That's pretty good. 13% spell failure is not that reliable. Alright, what do we think is food here? Maybe this? That was a health potion. I don't want to waste clarity if we have it here. I think this might be ale. That was ale. Cool. That'll buy us some time figuring out food, but ale isn't that sustaining. Alright, there's some light. Another hawker. Man, knocking back the brawlers is just... It's a lot of fun. Because that's their ability. So using it against them, there's just... It's a really special experience. 2 soul elixirs here. Milky and shimmering potions are both potentially high value. So that first hawker wasn't that great. I think every hawker since then has been pretty solid. Knocking back statues. I did not do the secret thing yet. The secret thing is kind of like a... It's basically like an endgame challenge. So that'll be towards the end of the run. I got a double move on me. I didn't even get to hit him. Alright, let's raise our strength again. Let's go up to 15. And I think we'll focus on other stats for a bit, although it'd be nice to get 17 strength. What do we have here? I don't know how good we do against these guys right now. Okay, here we go. They take damage from sunlight. So that's like the primary way to kill these guys. I knew it was gonna... the sun was gonna move to the left soon, so I was gonna reposition to shoot out one of the windows, but that worked, that we had a broken one down here. Yeah, what's up, Raccoon King? Welcome. Let's heal up. I don't know if casting heal to spend less time resting is a net positive or negative for a hunger, because casting takes hunger. I think with our intelligence, it probably uses more hunger than it saves. Ooh, there's the graveyard. That is one of the best branches to find early. I don't like this situation. Cool. It looks like we can pull one of them. So now we have a night here, but no sunlight. So we're gonna see if we can fight them head on. Ooh, that was dangerous. You are starving. Alright, I guess we'll eat another ale. This looks like a Caves of Cud, but with graphics. Ouch. That's kind of harsh on Caves of Cud's graphics. Yeah, I do like the graphics in this game, though. And they got a lot of polish in the last update, too. Yeah, the vampire knights are quite nasty. Also, hey, what's up, Anti-Golf? Welcome. Ooh, there's a manual. Yeah, the vampire knights you're supposed to use with sunlight, but if you approach them at night, or if you run into one at night like that with no sunlight, they become difficult to deal with. So that manual gave us +1 intelligence as well. I think we don't want intelligence, but it's also good. I'm almost happy that the manuals are forcing it upon us, so I don't have to make the decision when I'm leveling up. Because I might never make the conscious decision to add +1 intelligence over strength or dex with this combat-focused build. But it is a good thing for us to have a little bit of, so I think the manuals are doing us a favor by forcing the decision upon us. Got a lot better with the years once the Steam version came. Yeah, actually, I never played Caves of Cud before the Steam version, so I don't know how it was back then. It does have pretty rudimentary graphics. I think it's trying to do its own thing. I like roguelikes that do this, where the tiles aren't supposed to be like very detailed and like representative of what they are. They're supposed to be kind of like symbols for things. So it's almost like having ASCII tiles, but it's your own kind of unique thing, and maybe they're a little bit more recognizable at a glance, which I like that a lot. The one thing with Caves of Cud for me is the contrast between the tiles and the background isn't that great. So when I play, it's super customizable. I make the background a lot darker so I can differentiate the tiles a little quicker on the fly. Dwarf Fortress like. The new tiles for Dwarf Fortress look pretty cool. Once that comes out on, I guess it's already out on Steam. I don't know the status of that, but it's getting like a big graphics update at some point. I'd love to actually check that out finally. Let's clear out the graveyard as a human right now, because all the skeletons are pretty tough for a vampire. The graveyard can actually be a little dangerous for a vampire, depending on your situation, because the skeletons just, they chip away at your health. Skeleton after skeleton after skeleton, and they never drop blood, so you can't heal up afterwards. These wolves are excellent for the vampires, because they actually bleed, but there's not always a lot of wolves down here. The Mausoleum will wait till we're a vampire, because you can get nobles in the Mausoleum. It becomes very dangerous for a human, and we don't want to fight a noble right now. Wow, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Ooh! I didn't approach this incredibly well. I was playing a little lazy here. I let too many... I didn't expect there to be this many enemies. I should have used this choke point a little better. A lot of enemies came in from here and here. Enemies hear combat and they come to it. And they overwhelmed us a bit there. And then... Wow, I'm actually down to 1 hit point. I backed up here and I think they both got double attacks, which is pretty brutal. So we're going to have to heal here. Maelstrom gives us healing. The health potion gives us healing too. I wonder if we want to use that instead. I'm gonna head and use invisibility. Ooh, this is still bad. It's a good thing we still have the Maelstrom. This got scary fast. Let's heal. Should I use Enrage? Or another heal? It's a tough graveyard map. Yeah, Caves of Cut is totally unique. It stands out on its own as a roguelike for sure. So pumped for Dwarf Fortress on Steam. You try to learn a couple times, but the learning curve is tough. Yeah, I've heard that. One of the scariest graveyards you've seen in a while. Yeah, this is... might be one of the worst graveyards I've seen ever. This is pretty brutal. I don't have a lot of tools for dealing with this if things go poorly too. I don't have like a teleport or anything to get us out of here. Well, I might have a teleport. It'd suck to waste a silence if this is a silence. Bounty Potion would actually be quite good. This is a high value target for a primer if we get one. We have a Maelstrom which will heal us quite a bit, but it makes us vulnerable. So everything else does like a lot more damage to us. Big gets us out of this situation quite well, but it's a super valuable resource. It'd be a shame to waste it here. I could use Disappear. There's a good chance that this room doesn't go anywhere. And it doesn't last long enough for us to escape out this way. We have 34 health. How much did heal just give us? 21 health? I'm debating between using heal and enrage here. Enrage makes you pretty strong. We'll go with the heal here. That gives us more options. I'm gonna hit the skeleton because we might get knockback against them. Okay, we did, but another one just stepped in. We don't want to lose this choke point. So I don't want to step back. These skeletons are doing the most damage to us. I think we need to keep attacking them. This guy's doing like 10 damage to us with miasma. I think we can get by without using the big potion, but we might have to use Maelstrom at the end. Okay. Took him out. I was concerned about knocking back the mushroom, because then they would just pelt us from a distance. Is there anything I want to do while we're free here? I could use Disappear and run to a corner. I might be able to run to a corner while this thing's there. I forget if the skeletons can see in the dark or not. I don't think they can, but they might be able to. If I get to like the corner of this room, we can probably just rest to heal up fully. I think we're actually safe now, though. I'm gonna move down because this guy was on an angle to shoot us once I kill this thing. Okay, that worked. Is this guy stunned? That's interesting. I wonder why these... And I noticed this on the tree stump earlier, too. I wonder why they get stumped, or stunned. I don't think that's part of the knockback. This explains why, something else gets stunned that I noticed that we'll talk about later, I guess. Hey, what's up, Enluco? Nice play. You like that one? It's part of the knockback to prevent them from immediately moving back and making the knockback seeming pointless. Oh, so you not see that normally? Because most enemies use up their stun immediately, but these things don't have action, so it sits there? Is that what's going on? That makes sense. Oh, hey, Acro. Nice to see you. Made a Twitch account just for this. Awesome. Yeah, we're playing on normal. Yeah, welcome. That was a tough graveyard. That was fun. I like when the game makes you think like that. What good timing to turn into a vampire too. Right after clearing the top of graveyard. Now we can go do Mausoleum for free essentially. We're not really afraid of anything that can spawn in here. I mean, at our level, we could have some trouble if we fought like a bunch of the guys with the lanterns, hunters. What are they called? This is why we didn't come back down here as a human. Nobles would wreck us right now. +7 sword. Oh, I probably shouldn't pick things up until I see what's downstairs. Because if I get a +8 sword, then that +7 sword just went to waste. Let's see. Man, that strength point is tempting. Keep going for strength. 11 dex is so bad, though. I'd like to get that up to 12 or 13. Alright, let's raise our dex by 1. Yeah, these guys. Okay, they're not that menacing anymore. Alright, there's a +7 revolver. Ooh. Okay, it's just 2 nobles. I thought that might have been a third. Let's go light these once they're safe, so that when I come back down here as a human... Oh my god. Our dex is doing nothing. There we go. Missed that guy like 3 times in a row. Actually, we do need to raise our dex, because that does remind me, there are enemies in this game with very good evasion, and you essentially get like... you never hit them. They become a very, very big threat to you later on. Like, for vampires, the water pixies are like that. I've like just died to them because I couldn't hit them. So I think we do want to focus on getting our dex up a bit. +8 leggings, pretty sweet. +8 breastplate, excellent. There was no other equipment downstairs, right? No, we saw a +7 revolver. There was something else that left, but only 2 pieces. Alright, here's the center. Jeez, the lack of dex really is showing here. Gold, +2 leggings. Another +7 revolver. Couple of breastplates. Couple of more breastplates. Alright, so we can go ahead and grab this. Ooh, where are you going, Strigoi? You're getting out of your element. I will gladly fight you down here in the corridors where you can't swarm me with your summons. If that's what you want. He normally does not come out that far. Okay, so we didn't find another sword. Which means the sword I did grab was not wasted. Are there any other lanterns down here? I'm gonna have to fight this guy in the dark. Dude, I have never seen him get that far away. Does dex also affect gun accuracy, or do you just presume that? Yeah, it does. And the gun has a Like a higher base hit chance, I believe. Alright, let's turn some of these lanterns on. Alright, I'm losing a lot of health walking around. Pick that up. Alright, let's go and try and regain our health. I'm not ready to fight that boss yet. Ooh, floor 7's gonna start getting scary. Wait, is that a hunter? Just what I need. Alright, full health. There's the gallery. I think we can take the gallery boss right now with our blinding potion. It's probably a good thing to do. This revolver gives us a lot of money. At 171, we're up to 570. Probably not quite enough gold to go back down and visit all the hawkers yet. It's a shame we did not get more in the Mausoleum. Usually you end up with like 1,000 plus gold. I'd like to find out what this potion is. A potion of bounty would solve all of our money problems. Potion of bounty is kind of OP. Oh my god, 2 green Solomonars. These guys aren't very threatening. Our first chest, I haven't seen a key yet, except in that Hawker's inventory. There's another sword. I kind of want to keep these guys alive for blood later. A 7 shield, pretty sweet. Uh-oh. Can I knock him into the water? Ooh. We're pretty strong. When we can hit things. Alright, we're actually getting a lot of money on this floor now, though, since we got all our equipment in the Mausoleum. Everything here is turning into gold, which is great. Yeah, mobile blood banks ×2, indeed. Oh god, that one's not a blood bank. Stay away from him. Enemies, like, don't follow you very well once you leave line of sight, so turning a corner like that is a pretty good way to get away from annoying enemies. Right. If rooms only have vampires in them, we can turn on the lights. Because then when we're human later, it won't be as dangerous. Right, that's a full explore. Lots of dead space in the middle of this map. What was in here? The gallery? I want to poke my head upstairs, but I think it's going to be a little dangerous to explore. Laboratory, cool. I was wondering if we might see the branch stair. So that means Pharmacopoeia is on floor 9. Pharmacopoeia is a great branch. It's a little dangerous to be exploring level 9 for your first or second branch. Alright, so I think we have 2 options here. We can either go to the gallery. We could probably take on the greenhouse boss if we use some resources here. Oh, I got a second big potion. I didn't even realize that. That's really clutch. I can also go back and buy stuff from these hawkers, which is pretty high value right now. We do have a good amount of gold. I don't know if we'd be able to buy everything, but we'd be able to buy a lot of stuff. Especially since most of our potions are unidentified. So they're all base price 60. I think we're going to do that. And I'd probably stop in the grotto to try and gain health. Because we're going to lose health by going down there and back up. And then I'm going to go and take on the gallery boss. And this guy will give us health as well. So where are the hawkers at? There is one here. I'm going to leave you for last, though. Since you're on an upper floor, I don't have to go quite so far out of my way. But it's just an ale. Not worth going out of our way for somehow. I don't even know if we can get over there yet. Hawker's on 4, 3, and 2. Just gonna go down to 2. She's in the sun. Okay, it's probably gonna be dark by the time we get down there. Oh, I went the wrong way. It's just a blink potion. Blink's pretty good. It also costs 123. We only have one, and I feel like Blink's a potion where I tend to have spares by the end of the game, but without having, like, a known teleport, like, Blink is pretty solid. I think I'll buy this. I don't think there was a ton of stuff to buy from these hawkers, so I think I'm actually going to have... Maybe not gold to spare, but we're not going to be hurting from gold, especially since we have bounty potions in this game, probably. We don't have one yet, and sometimes you, like, never see them. I think they're on the rarer side. Soul Elixir. Okay, these are some valuable potions. Let me buy those. 3 bullets. She has the Master Key too. I'll buy the bullets. I feel like I normally don't see bullets in that small of a quantity from them. Usually like at least 4 plus. It's funny just to see 3 bullets there. Alright, this hawker's in the top left. Where's the grotto again? Floor 5. Another soul elixir, may as well buy it. The greenhouse. Out of curiosity. Can we lure this guy to us? Nice. That sunlight's a little concerning. It's gonna hit up left. No, it's gonna hit down left. I go up here. Or no, it's straight left. Okay, never mind. Is that gonna hit me? It might. Let's get out of there. Okay, we actually just need to heal. I have so many soul elixirs, I can just use one to heal. We're actually close to being able to use level 2 spells, which is pretty interesting. Level 2 disappear is a lot more value than level 1. Level 1's like 8 turns or something. Level 2 actually lets you maneuver and like walk into other rooms and escape problems, which is a nice substitute for having teleport, which we don't have. I guess out of trouble. Probably a better substitute at that point. We're not going to go into offensive spells, so I'm not going to worry about this stuff. Now, 13% is a little unreliable. We'd have to attempt to use this like before we get into a bad situation. Basically to like try and escape situations that might become bad. I kind of like that. I don't know if I'm going to consciously take another intelligence point to make level 2 spells more castable. Although with the set that we have, maybe we do. Another intelligence point would would knock this down from 13 to 7%, which is pretty good for level 2 spells. We have a nice set here. If we go to the library, we can probably get most of these level 2. I actually kind of like that. Let's raise this up here to level 2. Oh, do we do the same with Enrage? Kind of like Blink, too. Almost to replace one of our spells. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're not going level 3 with Enrage. That's 75% failure rate. Oh boy. Stupefy and Haste are good, but I think we're going to pass them up for the same reasons we didn't take Haste earlier. Took the mana there. What do we get? Just 3 Grimoires there? The message log doesn't tell you about +1 mana, huh? Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk away from that room that was full of vampires. And we're just gonna rest to heal. Ooh, we're starving. Let's drink an ale. We're gonna have to figure out what our other food is here soon. Maybe we just go to the ice house. I'm sure and Luca would enjoy that. Actually, I don't know if this character can deal with the ice house right now. The ice golems would be problematic. We could do the menagerie. We're probably better off doing the menagerie as a vampire, though. I've heard maybe we'll go to the menagerie like 5 times. Was that this run or in general? I say that a lot in the weeklies, and then I decide against it because there's not a good reason to. Just another runs, yeah. But I don't have weekly leaderboard pressure on this run, so I think we're gonna go in there eventually, one way or another. Pretty sure it's more than 5 times. Yeah, it's like every run. I know. Okay, did we buy everything from that hawker? I think we did, right? I'm not gonna go back there now. Alright, I want to poke my head in the grotto. God, knocking back brawlers never gets old. Okay, this is what I was curious about, if there was a crocodile at the start. The grotto is usually pretty dangerous to go into. There's also sunlight here. I like to go in here for blood, but having a crocodile and then sunlight here as a vampire makes it a terrible place to go for blood. So this is kind of off limits for that option. Fortunately, I didn't go down here looking for blood because I might have died immediately to sunlight. It's pretty rare for that to be on the stair like that. Okay, what did this hawker have? Soul elixirs. Oh, another milky and shimmering potion? That's really good. Guessing you've seen it off stream? I went in there once on stream and I died in there to an ice golem. So I've seen most of it. Or I've seen a part of it. Yeah, we play on diagonals here, Dracunos, because it's kind of incentivized in the weekly challenges. I use 4-way movement a lot when I'm just having fun, though. We could have done 4-way for this game, this run. Wouldn't make much of a difference. I'm going to buy these 2 potions, even though they're higher price. For 2 reasons. One, just because I'd like to have them in case we get a chance to identify them. Now that we're human, we probably dip into the library soon. Also, if we identify any of these, and they're the good parts of these, like Lizard Leg, Silence, Bounty, these get a lot more expensive. a lot more expensive. And the soul elixirs can wait. I'll buy those cheap when I'm a vampire later. I'd like to also save money to get that master key at some point. If we go into the underworld and stuff, we'll probably get enough money, and we're going to go down there for at least one ring if we can. You never played with diagonals before? It seems scary. Enemies can zap you on diagonals, and then you can get surrounded faster. It has its downsides. It makes the game faster, though. So you spend less turns when you can move diagonally, and there's leaderboard for turn count in the weekly, which I normally don't play for that explicitly, but also part of the score factor is turn count, which I usually play a little bit for score when I do the weeklies, so being able to spend less turns and get a higher score because of it helps with the weekly. Tempted to play the greenhouse boss or the big potion. Maybe we save that. We can handle the greenhouse boss without mega potion investment. I feel like I want to be vampire for the gallery. Maybe we skip the gallery boss and dip our toes into the library and see what's down there. We could try and explore floor 8, but it's going to start getting dangerous. We could use Big to kill the Shurgoy probably as well. The library is pretty high value here. I'd like to get some primers to identify potions. If we can figure out like silence. The fact that we have 3 of these makes me think this is teleport. Although it's not super duper unlikely that could be silence. It's just like pretty unlikely. Which having 3 silences would be epic. So many roguelikes you still want to try. Golden Krone Hotel, Tome, Cogmine are the 3 you're getting some itch for. All 3 you've tried but never really learned. Too many roguelikes, too little time. Ain't that the truth? I have a list of like 20 that I want to get to. And honestly, like the top like 3 or 4 on that list, I've been wanting to get to for like over a year. Which are games like Jupiter Hell and Doom RL, which are kind of a pair in my mind. I'm probably going to check them both out at similar times since they're one's like a spiritual successor to the other, but then also like Infra Arcana has been on my list for a long time. So many of them are good though, and then I just want to keep playing the same roguelike for a while. Like I'm getting back into Brogue right now, and I feel like that's a game that I could spend a lot of time playing. I'm in like the phase of Brogue where I'm still learning a lot, and I think Brogue looks like a game that's going to be like one of my favorite roguelikes. Like even after I've played it for a while. And I feel like I'm in the stage right now that's like, once you have like hundreds of hours in a roguelike and you're like really familiar with it, and then you kind of like yearn from like when you weren't that super knowledgeable about it and we're kind of like a newbie. I think that's the stage I'm at with Brogue right now, which is pretty cool. To like realize you're in that stage and enjoy it and appreciate it for what it is. Because Hindi, you played as Star Sector. You're really hooked on that right now, aren't you? Alright, we're gonna sneak into the gallery. Probably a closer stair. Where's this one lead to? Yeah. Oh, that's a noble. I have 44 revolver bullets. That's nuts. We might be able to kill the gallery boss with just a revolver. I'll try enraging here. See how we do against the noble enraged. Not bad. That's level 2 enraged too, which just gives us more time. So Dole lasts exactly as long as the other stuff at level 2. That's interesting. Haven't played many roguelikes. I did pick this one up recently on the sale. Is it good? Yeah, Golden Krone Hotel is one of the best, and if you haven't played many roguelikes, it's definitely a great one to check out. I recommend it for new players all the time. It's probably my top pick for newer players. Okay, I think we heal here. And poke our head downstairs. This looks like the middle room on the right, where the boss lives. I like to play this one stealthy with the boss. I'm going to turn out some lights. But also I need to be able to see... There's the middle room, okay. I can leave that torch on. There's a library. Let's go down there. I don't like making a lot of noise here, but I also don't want to make noise on this stair. The boss could be like right here. I don't want to draw attention to them. By single dev, you believe? Yep, and they're here. You couldn't tell by their response right there. Alright, Grimoire time. The library is, if you couldn't tell by the name, full of books. Levitate is super good for the challenge. I think we're going to try and do it without Levitate, because I've unveiled some cheese. I'm going to try and get all my spells level 2, though. I'm going to take mana. Berserker is really good against golems. +1 intelligence from the manuals. We've gotten +3 intelligence from the manuals this run. I almost wish I did go Spellcaster Berserker class, knowing that. But, like I said, it's going to be really hard for me to actually pick intelligence on a level up screen with this character, with how we're building. But I did want extra intelligence, so having all these level 2 spells at 7% failure is kind of awesome. I did skip Levitate. Possibly should have taken that over Glow or something. Bold strategy. Yeah, we're probably not going to see it again either. Uh-oh, I'm getting hungry again. Well, we found a primer and I can suss out the food. It's interesting that we've only seen one of these pungent potions, which can be blood, mana, or curry noodle soup. Blood and curry noodle are quite common. I don't know where mana ranks. It's not super uncommon, but it's not quite on the tier of these things. So to only get one that could be any of those things is pretty crazy. Am I going to starve this run? Maybe I do need to go to the ice house. Where's our food at? We're not gonna get food in here. I'm actually a little concerned right now. Pungent potion probably turns us into a vampire or feeds us. So that solves food, hopefully. If it's mana, we probably just die. This is probably honey and not clarity, but there's a chance we don't even have food in our inventory, which would be really bad. If this is clarity and this is mana, we might lose the run. I'm afraid to use spells here too. Which makes this noble a lot harder to fight. Okay, here's a primer. I really want to know what this shimmering potion is. I think we need to... Okay, we're gonna YOLO these when I need food. I'm gonna use the primer on the shimmering potion. So that is teleport, okay. I thought that was teleport, but if there was a chance of it being silence, we wanted to know. Oh god, Ruby Golem? I don't think I want to fight the Ruby Golem. I think we leave and look for food. A little awkward. You had a run today where you died through hunger in the gallery. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. Some seeds are tough on hunger. I'm actually surprised we're having issues because we haven't been casting much and we've been in vampire form most of the time. Although at our intelligence, it doesn't take that many casts to really burn through like hunger. So maybe the few times we did cast like really hurt us. So do I go up? I think I do go up and look for food on floor 8. We probably run out of food before we get to... Or run out of hunger before we get to the menagerie. Oh god. Okay, we're running out of food now. I think we do have to just eat something. Let's try this. It was honey. Okay. That buys us some time. I think we rush the pharmacopoeia if we can, which is a little dangerous. Or maybe this gives us enough time to go to the ice house. I'm a little concerned about the ice golems down there. But that is a good source of food. I'm gonna poke around on floor 8. We've proven that we can deal with nobles. Alright. I think floor 8 won't be terribly dangerous. Cool. Alright, let's get one more dex point. After that, I might try getting our strength up to 17. I'm gonna use heal. It's still level 1. I think heal is gonna be more hunger efficient than resting. I think higher level spells use more hunger, so I don't know if heal 2 would be better or not, but I think heal level 1 is going to be pretty good here at our intelligence. Alright, let's chill over here where there's a lot of sunlight. Sweet. Uh-oh. There's gotta be a torch around here, right? There we go. We just get an aromatic potion. Another aether combustion. Deadeye. We get combustion, maybe we can take advantage of, I'm gonna credit this strategy to Acro, their Strigoi cheese. Actually, we can't, because the Strigoi is, like, way out of their lair right now. We can't do that this run. Oh, there's the Pharmacopoeia. Oh, beautiful. Alright, we're gonna get food in here, for sure. Hey, there's honey. This will hopefully solve all of our food problems for now. Is there not a torch in here? Alright. Use glow. That thing just leveled up into the Gorgon Queen. Pharmacopoeia is so good. Uh-oh. Those things are really hard to see in the dark. Oh. There's the princess. Alright, we're a buff vampire. Another princess. She's all over the place. For anyone that doesn't know, this level randomizes all the sprites, so you don't know what you're fighting just by looking at them. And that princess sprite is a boss, which is pretty funny to see. Is that everything? We didn't get much food. I think it's menagerie time. Hey, what up, Lobster? 16 months, hell yeah, thank you. Pog, Tone's computer is alive. Pog indeed. Oh, you guys might not know, unless you've been in Discord, because I've been talking about it a lot in Discord, but my computer was having the craziest issues earlier this week, like startup issues. And then, what was it, like, yesterday, I managed to get to start up, and like everything was normal. But I think if it turns off, it won't work. Or like I'm very unconfident that it would turn back on normally. So I'm basically trying not to turn off my computer until I can. I'm gonna build a new one in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I have not rebooted. No, I'm terrified to reboot it. And what sucks is a lot of the diagnostic stuff I want to do requires a reboot. Like, I wanted to run like a memory test thing, and they all require reboots. I was actually having an internet problem earlier this morning. It's a tack on to the problems, and all the solutions for what I thought the problem was required a reboot, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna do that, and I managed to solve it another way. You had that problem as a power supply? Yeah, so my computer is getting pretty old at this point. I've replaced the GPU and the processor relatively recently, but the motherboard, the RAM, and the power supply are all pretty old, and I think any one of those three things could be causing the issue. The issue is also directly it came when I did the most recent update. So I suspect that Windows Update could have done it. And actually what's kind of fixed it is me managing to roll back the update through the command line. So I think that has a lot of credence. But I some of the stuff that's been going on like points to like hardware issues and not necessarily like Windows issues. It's the weirdest problems I've seen, and I've been like talking with people with a lot of experience with like tech support and stuff, and like we're all just like completely baffled. So I'm basically going to be I'm going to build a new computer in the next like couple of weeks and just never turn my computer off. I did not think I'd be streaming this week, so I'm pretty happy that we're here and we're playing and we're all together here. It's actually like a miracle. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a build. I've been out of like the PC build scene for a while, so I don't even know what parts I'm gonna want. So I gotta do some research in the next week and then start ordering parts the following week and then build it like the following week. So hopefully in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe have a new rig. Yeah, my it's been in the back of my head for actually a lot recently that a lot of my computer parts are getting old and could crap out at any time. So I actually was considering like looking at a PC build like a month or two ago, because I've actually been like saving some money to do it sometime in the next year or two, I guess. So this has been like enough of a scare, whether it's related to hardware or not, that I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Ooh, I don't think we want to fight that. So did we just decide we're actually going to go to the Ice House of Menagerie? I think we did. What is that potion? Food? Oh my god. Another big potion? 3 big potions is incredible. Hey, what up, Smugzug? Yeah, we're gonna get like we're gonna build like an awesome computer, and I'm gonna play games you could run on like a 20-year-old computer. My last PC build I finished. It was like, you know, mid high end, and it's this computer, but it was years ago, and I basically played nothing but NetHack for like a month. It just feels so weird. I didn't even like stream or anything back then, so it's not like I needed like any any like higher end computer parts. Um, I do like to be able to play like higher end games and stuff sometimes. Wow, that was a rude awakening for this floor. Get out of my way. Need a 3090 for ray trace NetHack. Man, I was looking at some like example builds on PC Part Picker just to get an idea of like what parts are in like what ranges right now and like what prices are. And some of them were like really expensive. And then I saw that the GPU in these builds was like $1,500 on Amazon, so I assume that they were like out of stock GPUs that were just like being price gouged on Amazon, and like that was the price that was getting pulled into the overall build price. But I think the 3090 is actually around that price retail or something right now. So it might have just been like a GPU like that in the build I was looking at. Play Cogmine in 4K. The other thing I do want to do is upgrade my monitors too. I'd love to go to like a triple monitor setup, so I might end up having to sink like a lot of money into monitors. But we'll approach that bridge when that comes. Computer is a priority. Yeah, I need food. We're doing the ice house for real. Three monitor net hack. But I have 2 monitors, and I've had 2 monitors for so long that I can't like really live without having 2 monitors. Like I've been using 2 monitors since like, gosh, did I have like 2 monitors in high school even? I don't, probably not. I probably had like 2 monitors since like 2009 or something. It's really hard to go back from that kind of real estate, but sometimes I want a third. They do have seriously diminished returns after 2 monitors. I agree with that, False Lobster. But sometimes I want to do whatever I do with 2 monitors, and then sometimes I want to watch like a football game on the third one or something. Have like, or maybe like put like a Twitch like stream up on the other one or something I'm watching, and then have like my primary monitor. And then I always like having like my auxiliary monitor to have like other stuff up that like whether it's be like my Spotify or other things I'm taking notes on. So the second monitor is just a 42-inch TV. That always works. Where was the grotto? I kind of want to clear that out, that crocodile out. But by the time we get up there, it's going to be daylight, and we're going to get blasted by sun when we get there, so we don't want to do that. Oops, I went too far. Okay, Menagerie should be a good source of blood. Hey, bear. Oops. It's hard to see those behind the gates. Oh man, the toad just let the tiger out. Toads are smart. Too smart. If you want cheap monitors, get a cheap TV with an HDMI. TVs aren't really optimized for computer use though, right? I always have figured that like a TV is never going to be as good as a computer monitor for doing computer things. Yeah, TCLs are like ridiculous value. The CRT for that lagless turn-based experience. It'd be cool to set up a working CRT monitor just for the novelty. Oh, I forgot about the monkeys. Get wrecked, monkey. Monkeys steal your potions like in Brogue. Even playing modern shooters, TCL is more than adequate for you. 120 Hz TV are great. So will they end up refreshing at like the same, being pretty similar to like a 120 Hz refresh rate monitor? Oh, that guy's gonna trample me into the hole, isn't he? Let's not fight him from there. I'm trying to decide if I want G-Sync on my next monitor, but G-Sync is such like a expensive upgrade. Where did the polar bears go? I didn't think they could slide off the mat. Oh shoot, I'm in water. I can't do that as a vampire. I forgot about this wet mechanic. That blood was still a net gain for us. OLED PC monitors are showing up. That sounds pretty cool. Does OLED still have burn-in issues? I feel like burn-in is a bigger problem with monitors than TVs probably. Since you have like desktops and stuff. Burn-in's still a problem. Not good for gaming. Man, I'm a little concerned about the ice caves. There's Solmanar down there that do ice damage, which are pretty threatening to us. But let's just YOLO. Right. So I think this polar bear did drop in from up top. No match for us? Okay. They look pretty scary. Did he not bleed? Okay, he did. What is the Yeti doing? Why is he taking damage? He's slow too, but not submerged. Why is he not submerged? I am so confused about this Yeti. You think you need to fix this? Actually, the water deals cold damage. Okay, so it's taking cold damage, but he's very resistant to it, so it's very little damage. Isn't FreeSync or HDMI 2.1 VRR an option? Or that NVIDIA also supports it? Oh, does NVIDIA support FreeSync now? I didn't know that. See, this is what I need to learn about when I'm for doing my next build, because it's been like 5 years since I built a monitor, and I knew like it used to be if you got a like an AMD card, then you'd get FreeSync, and if you wanted to use an NVIDIA card, you needed a G-Sync. And I don't even know what HDMI VRR is, so I have some research to do with monitors still. If it's not needed, then it's definitely not worth the money. G-Sync is like a $400+ upcharge for a lot of monitors. It's insane. Or it was when I was last looking. I don't know if things got cheaper since then. Just get a G-Sync compatible monitor. Good to know. You never realized you could just jump down the hole to get to the ice caves. How do you normally get down there? Do you wait for the frog to jump on the button or something? Or like blink in? It's actually really hard to get down here otherwise. I'm just gonna let him die one health at a time. I actually feel bad. I kind of want to rescue the Yeti. Can we position ourselves to knock them out of the water? Not without hurting ourselves. Maybe if they were on one of the corners. Sorry, Yeti. Alright, we want to find the entrance. Or the exit. I guess they're the same thing. What are the chances that this is revealing essence? What's the other option? Poison? Nice. Oh, it's always in the middle. Okay. If I ever spent much time down here, we would know that. I probably have never seen that, actually, because I died down here with coming in from the sides the one time I was here. This is pretty sweet because I can go and find the ales. I wonder what these other items are. I don't know what else spawns down here. If items don't... I'm really curious. You always just try to get someone to jump on the button, and then if that didn't happen, you assumed you couldn't reach it. In retrospect, you absolutely should have realized you could just take a direct jump. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people who don't realize that. It's a fun little puzzle. At least we can navigate, due to that magic mapping, to all these things pretty efficiently, and maybe I can avoid fighting anything too dangerous if I don't want to. Uh-oh. I should have known there were pixies down here. They're actually really scary. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, good. He can't see me. That's a bad position to be in. Oh, he's just gonna die in the water. Yes, keep walk. Why do they walk into the water? I guess their AI isn't used to water being cold. Something nearby dies. Sick. I have 8 ales and a honey. I think we can leave. Maybe I just get greedy and poke my head up here. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're supposed to turn into a human. So we can heal. Okay, this is a little more comfortable. Well, I can't see now. Alright, let's just go to the middle from here. Pick up this one on the way there. Okay, this is stairs. I'm actually really curious to see what these green items are. Just a pile of gold. Those are probably from enemies that died in the water. That's exactly what those two piles are. Huh. Well, now that we're right here, may as well grab the last couple ales. Did we get everything? Actually, it wasn't that bad. We only fought one Soliminar and no ice golems. Fought. Yes, we fought them and won. That's normally not nearly that straightforward. All right. Well, we finally did the alehouse for the first time. Hang on, I need to fix my flux. And now we have a lot of food. So well done. Time to start collecting rings. We can probably kill the greenhouse boss right now. Can we go ahead and do that? Diagonal movement seems to help a lot in there. That's probably very true. It's probably really annoying to get into the rooms without diagonal movement, come to think of it. Because it's almost a puzzle sliding around in the ice. Why didn't he moved diagonally instead of walking into the blood and healing? That was an interesting choice. Alright, the fighting is probably going to attract the boss. There he is. It's also going to attract everything else on the level. I think we win against the boss if we fight him while he's submerged and we're enraged. So I'm just going to sit here. Cast Enrage. I can't hit him, actually. Okay, this actually isn't good. Oh my god. Let's blink out of here. Not the direction I wanted to go in. Big Potion is alright. I don't like being in water, but I guess at least everything else is in water. Oh my god, I can't get the disappear off. Alright, teleport was good. Ooh. Heal up. Oh, too far behind. Yeah, I thought we'd be able to kill him head up, like head on with Enrage. Our low dex definitely hurt us there, although I think Enrage increases your dex. But also not being able to fight him one-on-one was not great. So let's go back in here. Do these things always heal from sunlight? I'm supposed to pull that guy up. They might have, but usually they're not. They don't stay in sunlight that long. We're gonna pull him up out of the sunlight. Oh, yeah. That's dumb. I did not notice the moonlight. I wasn't thinking about the moonlight. That's why that was so hard. That's funny. I think I missed him like 3 times though. I think that wasn't gonna go great, even with the moonlight. But yeah, that was like not when you want to fight him. That's actually hilarious. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. This is how that was supposed to go. I think we could have even tanked him through the moonlight in that scenario. Electric resist. Ooh. Revolver crit chance? With my 44 bullets? Don't mind if I do. Another ale. Did we explore the left side? Okay, so no more items, I guess. Just knocking over trees and statues. And rage took you right back to starving. Well, I only used an ale, so I wasn't that far out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if in rage at level 2 and at our intelligence probably just about cancels out an ale. Spells definitely, especially when you're at like lower intelligence. We're at 12 intelligence, which isn't super low, but it is for like level 2 spells. Definitely chew right through your hunger. Alright, let's clear out the grotto. Or at least that dangerous grotto entrance. While we're human. Cool. The river's actually right there. Do we just full explore this now? I think we do. There could be some useful potions down here. Oh, couldn't get to the book before I turned, huh? Wow. There's more crocodiles than I've ever seen down here. Dangerous grotto. Looks like there's an area that I can't get to. There's a vampire without stepping into water. Interesting. Water was doing 10 damage to me earlier, so I think we can just move in. This is like the secret area of the grotto. Little corner with an eel and a frog back there. Oof. Alright. Oops, not down that way. Which hawker had the master key? I think we want to go buy that now that we have some money. This one? Wow, she really got away. No. Down further? I'm gonna go up to go down. think it's faster. Key made to open any lock, but fragile enough to break on its first use. That'll come in handy later. Alright, so this is the Mausoleum. I'm gonna go back to the gallery. We can kill the gallery boss, I think. Is there a better stair? I'm gonna burn half our health. The other half of our health trying to find another stair from there. Actually, maybe that was closer to the gallery itself. Oh well. Ooh. All the statues are awake. That Balor is pretty dangerous. Especially because I like to keep it dark in here, which is where they can see. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. She can gaze me, or blast me from there. I was hoping to find a little Gorgon. We're gonna blink out of her line of sight. I need to heal. I can't fight her like this. Turn to a human. Cleanse is a good spell for this fight. I think we'll get by with blind, though. I'm gonna take the mana. We're gonna cast heal here. Oh god, the Balor is here. And I'm out of mana. This is not the circumstances we want to be fighting this fight in. This did escalate quickly. Alright, lots of teleport. Okay. Oh, did I just waste hunger? Alright, how do we want to do this? Nice. Wow, that crit ring. Hold up. Just go invisible. Easy kill. I didn't think we were going to do that much damage with a revolver. I guess a +7 revolver is a little better than I thought it was. I was going to use the blind potion in Berserk, but that worked a lot better. I just took the shot because it was free at that point. Yeah, this is the well, this is the gallery, which is covered in Gorgons and the Gorgon Queen. So yeah, it is the Medusa level. All right. Damn, do we get more decks to play into our revolver with our 50 bullets, which is pretty insane. I think I might. And by might, yes, that is exactly what we'll do. Right, plus ice and 20 resist, or plus 20 health and ice resist. I mixed those words up there. It's a pretty good ring. Right, killing Balors. Not bad. Oh, there's a second one. That's why that one on the right caught me off guard. I thought this one got over there somehow. There was actually two. I think we just don't fight them. So what's our equipment look like? +7 all the way down to +9 plate and +8 leggings. Yeah, pretty good. Alright. Good time to do the gallery. Items on display. Yeah, and if you have strong spells, you can break those, or you can get the boss to break them, and you can get to those items. Which is pretty cool. Pull the golems out of that corridor so we can take advantage of our knockback. Oh, Ruby Golem without taking any damage. Love to see that. Alright, let's get heal up to level 2. Charm is actually decent in the secret area. We're gonna go with heal here though. Alright, everything's level 2. We're not going to raise any of this level 3 unless we get like 3 more manuals that insist on raising our intelligence again. So everything's going to mana from here. Oh, there's a manual. Oh my god, we did get +1 intelligence. 4 manuals this run, +4 intelligence from them. We're being forced into a caster build. Got to go, but you're glad you caught the stream. You queued up the game to play tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I hope you enjoy the game. Oop. Couldn't hit that goal in that time. There's a noble up here, wasn't there? So there are silence potions in this seed, but we haven't seen any yet. And I actually haven't seen blood yet. Potentially just this one blood potion. So I can't even fight the boss. I think we beat the princess pretty handily here if we use Enrage and then turn into a vampire. I don't even know if I can do that. I think this is actually more likely to be curry noodle soup than blood. What a weird seed. I've never gone this far with only seeing one potential blood potion. That's wild stuff. I guess if the alternate is that we get 3 big potions, I'm cool with it. Let's see where the princess is. I guess we turn out all these lights because we probably come back here as a vampire. I guess that applies to everything. These Solomon are no joke. So I probably want to make them as easy as possible to fight. Huh, was there not a noble up here? Oh, I think we fought them the first time, that's why. Turn all those out because I know this Balar is over here. Or no, we want those on because of Balar. Wrecked with my Enrage. And we're about to turn back into a vampire, so... I didn't think that would come so fast. We could have timed this so that I'd be able to use Enrage and then turn into a vampire. If I had just, like, waited. I thought it was gonna take longer. Dude, we're gonna wreak havoc on this library. Out of my way, fools. I'm gonna push this to the top because I think we can exploit line of sight to clear some of these guys out. Oh, I never noticed this before. This is interesting. The library, all the torches reset every time you come in here. It's kind of like how the first Mausoleum level, they all turn off when you enter. I've actually never noticed that before. And so I can't do exactly what I was just trying to do. Come here. Give me that blood. Okay, so here's the princess. Okay, I'm glowed. They can all see me. But I did isolate the princess. She's not gonna zap me through this guy? Oh, she's not even in line of sight. Or in direct line. Oh, I was hoping to hit him and get some blood. Alright. How do we want to fight the princess here? Do you level up for drinking a princess dry? There's a good chance we level up for killing her, because she gives us a lot of experience. You just get experience for kills. Blood heals you in vampire form. So Petrify is kind of bad with our knockback ability. I think this fight is probably good use of a big potion. You know, we can probably fight her straight up right now. Yeah. Out of my way, princess. Psychic ring. Perfect. Because we're going to have to go for the psychic boss here soon. Alright. Clean library. And she didn't quite level us up. We're at level 9 already, which is pretty high. And levels start becoming tough to come by until we get to the underworld. The underworld bosses give you a lot of experience. We'll probably level up like twice off of the two bosses that are at the front of the underworld. Alright, what is next? We have the pharmacopoeia, the laboratory, and the mausoleum. We're in vampire form right now, so are there any of these that we want to do as a vampire? Laboratory sucks as a vampire. Laboratory sucks in general. It's a really tough map to play around. But I have 2 magic mapping, so I'm gonna go to the laboratory and use magic mapping to minimize the issues that it does. Wow, that was harsh. Spawn and immediately get a sun golem dunked on you. Alright, let's find the lab. Oh, I didn't explore this map yet. We should full explore this. We should be able to. Alright, we're pretty good against most of the normal threats. I do have electric resistance for those purple soul monars that use the shock ability. Not bad. I don't have fire res yet. Ooh, look at that. I'll leave the lights on over here. Oh, hold up. We got a second pungent potion. Blood mana or curry noodle. A good chance we have 1 blood. I actually can't believe we've only seen 1 blood on this seed so far. Tops. There might not even be one. Okay, is that full explorer? Alright. Okay. So how the laboratory works, it's 2 floors. On one floor, everything's sped up by 10. On another floor, everything's slowed down by 10. 10 times its normal speed. So vampires lose health over time. So on the fast floor, we lose health like crazy. Conversely, as a human on the fast floor, you lose nutrition like crazy, and you gain your vampire bar like crazy, which is pretty tough on resources. And also in the fast floor, the vampire can't pick up blood unless it lands next to you because it dries up too fast. And any effects you have go away really quickly. So I don't know which floor we're on yet. Probably pay attention to my health. I'm at 85 right now. I'm gonna use Revealing Essence. Okay, I dropped 2 health. This is the fast floor. And the exit is way off in the corner. There's a time crystal here, so we can use that to stop time. I think we end up using a soul elixir here at some point if our health starts dropping too fast. Oops, that was the wrong one. Alright, so that'll buy us some time. Okay, that time crystal is clutch. Alright, so here's the slow floor, which is pretty good for a vampire. Blood stays on the floor forever, and our health pretty much doesn't drop. Now, all the enemies here have negative status effects that stay on you forever. Like, the instability from that time crystal just jumped up to 99. Actually, I'm gonna go down and get rid of that. Okay, it went away. So these guys poison you, and these guys slow you, which is really bad when it's stacked that many times. Alright, I want to use Revealing Essence here as well. The exit's up there. We're gonna have to fight these guys. Cool, did not slow me. Watchtower. This boss is really tough. I think knockback is probably pretty effective against this boss. So maybe big potion plus knockback and just stick it out is how we win this fight. The guy hits hard and has a ton of health. They're just really hard to deal with. Maybe we can sustain ourselves off of our blood. Kiting with critical bullets. That's actually a pretty good strat, anti-gult. We could probably sink like 30 bullets into this guy and kill them. Yes, big makes it vulnerable to the moonlight and to sunlight if you do fight him in sunlight. But I think we do want to fight them as a vampire. We're probably not going to have moonlight. I want to try and lure some of these guys down. Clear this up a bit. These guys are with good XP. Do we go with Dex again? I think I do. And then maybe we start raising strength from here. 15 Dex is a pretty good baseline. Or, I don't know if you can even call that a baseline. It's just really good. That blood. Alright. We have a lot of full moon left. Alright, let's use the big potion. Yes, I am almost as big as you now. 39 turns of big. 14 turns of vulnerable. So he's taking 12 damage per turn from Moonlight. It's pretty sweet. I don't see any other buffs we really want to use here. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna take advantage of this blood. Oh, what? Hold up, I wasn't paying attention to their health bar. I didn't think we were close to killing them. Man, that vulnerable? Actually, our strength is probably insane right now. Yeah, 45 strength, because we're vampire form. High strength already, plus big potion. Wow. That guy did get wrecked. So yeah, they were taking 12 damage per turn, plus like 70 damage per turn from us. So what do they have, like 400 or 500 hit points? Wow, that was clean. I did not think that would be nearly that easy. I wasn't even looking at their health. I was actually like, I was attacking to try and knock them back so I can collect blood. An ecclesiastical ring, plus ice, poison, psychic, and electric resistance. What a great ring. So now we have 2 pips of psychic resistance. One from the Memento Mori ring and one from the ecclesiastical ring to fight the Pharmacopoeia boss with. It's pretty sweet. And if I come down here, we end up with 219 turns of big. Come at me. Oh, heck yeah. I'm gonna stomp around. Being big is so much fun. Hey, puny human. Get out of here. Puny rat. Eat my boot. And also want some of this. Alright, everyone else is friendly. Well, that was fun. No more big. We got it here. Time crystal. Wow. We are at pretty much full health, too. That went perfectly. Alright, let's go to the Pharmacopoeia. I think with our rings we are well suited to fight the boss. This is gonna be a nightmare as a human if we come back here. Honey? Alright, we're getting some food now. Alright, let's go straight to the Pharmacopoeia. Oh no. Okay, not too bad. Oh, we're surrounded by water as a vampire. That kind of sucks. Ouch. Oh, there's the boss. It's got to be the boss. Yeah, vampires are weak to water and sunlight. And not just weak, but they actually take damage to that from them. So this game has like resistances for all the damage types. And there's basically five pips. And at 1 pip, actually there's a 6 pip too. So at 1 pip, you take damage. At 6 pips, I guess you take damage from anything at this level, but these normally you don't take damage from. They're usually like my Moonlight is 5, which is just like immune. This boss is dangerous, but we actually have a few points into intelligence thanks to all those manuals, which is defense against them. I'm tempted to use the big potion, but I don't think we need to. Do we fight them as a vampire? Probably better off as a human. Let's see what happens. Fighting them in this corridor is pretty good for us. Let me grab that health. Okay. Not bad. Our character's pretty good here. So 10 NP and 20% extra spell damage. But yeah, I guess what I was getting to, Earman, is vampires are weak to water, or take damage from water and sunlight, but humans don't. Unless you're vulnerable. This makes you vulnerable to everything. So if you're a human with this state, you become weak to sunlight and water. And that's what we abused against the last boss that we were just fighting, because I made him vulnerable, which is an effect of the big potion. It makes you big and makes everyone around you vulnerable. Anyone that's around at the time you drink it. And we were in moonlight, so he started taking damage from moonlight. That vulnerable stat is super bad, though. Which is what makes that boss pretty bad. Another big potion! Wow! Yo, I'll take the no blood seed for the big seed. Incredible. We don't even need these big potions anymore. Like, there aren't bosses left to use them against. Yikes. Uh-oh, we might have gotten blood. Took a ton of damage in that water. Alright, she'll help me heal. What if I died to her? I don't think that could have happened. What ring did I just get? The 10 MP, 20% extra spell damage, okay. Which we don't have any spells that do damage. The 10 MP is pretty nice, though. Okay. Alright, I think we full clear floor 9. See if we get any good potions here. And then we go to the underworld. This health is concerning. I'm actually going to turn into a human. Just so I can heal. Let's go and rage for the double noble fight. Rage pretty sweet. Oh, I forgot the Strigoi. You're right, we have to kill the Strigoi Athros. We'll go down there on the way to the underworld. But yeah, I think because on this map, he's so far pushed to the side. I didn't even notice that we didn't fight them yet. We'll definitely fight the Strigoi. Yikes. My heal spell. Alright. Ooh. Balar. Right, let's heal and rage. Wreck this guy. Level 9 is scary. This is why we did not do level 9 earlier. And why I wouldn't have explored this for the Pharmacopoeia when we were here earlier either. Well, sometimes you just get a goblin and a grunt up here. Ooh! 66 damage. That was a big crit. Let's go and rage. Get rid of this guy. Eight more bullets? Heck yeah. Yo, those Ruby Golem crits are one of the most dangerous things in the game. 66 damage is low for that too. It would have done more if our strength wasn't that high, this high. Starving again. Let's eat a honey. We have 4 honeys and 10 ales now. Haven't identified the curry noodle yet either. Ooh, I wonder what shimmering is. Bounty or silence? Silence makes the Strigoi fight pretty easy, but since he moved into a corridor, and we're pretty strong already, I think we fight the Strigoi without too much trouble already anyways. Alright, what's in the middle of this map? A Milky Potion. Wizard Leg or Volatile? Another Shimmering, we got 2 of these now. So we have guaranteed 1 bounty, guaranteed 1 silence. I wonder what I end up using the silence potion against. That looks like a full clear. Down to the river in the underworld. I have a lot of money. I don't think any of these hawkers have anything to buy left, so maybe we'll find a treasure room in the underworld to spend some money in. Yeah, guaranteed bounty is pretty sweet. I'm gonna save this master key for reasons. Oh, we gotta go to the Strigoi too. Why do I keep forgetting about that? Let's go do that right now. This is a strong character. I don't play a lot of hybrid spellcaster combat guys. And I guess the hybrid part of this was free, because I didn't actually invest any of my level up stats into intelligence. It was given us to us by manuals. But yeah, this is pretty dang good. Alright, let's approach from this angle. So here's the Strigoi, and he summons enemies. I should have approached Invisible, actually. But I don't think it matters. I'm going to use Enrage here. We have 21 turns of Strength and Deft. Oh, hold up. This got better since my Intelligence went up. Now I get 21 turns of Strength and 17 turns of Dull. They used to be the same amount. It's pretty nice. Alright. Easy. Plus fire resistance twice and bonus regen from that ring. And we can go and pick up the items in the corners here. You keep forgetting you actually used a bomb for that reason the first time. Oh, that's a clever way to use the bomb, Acro. I never thought about that. You still know what reasons means and you're excited. Yeah, it all has to do with the secret. Actually, I guess invisibility doesn't do much here, because they can always see you when you're adjacent. I wanted to knock him into water. Gotcha. Clever was an accident. Blink or teleport also does it. Well, teleport doesn't bypass the need for a key, actually. I've learned. Because the only tiles it actually teleports you to, at least when I was using it. Maybe it does. Maybe I just got unlucky. But teleport just kept teleporting me to the starting area. It did work for you. Okay, I just got unlucky. I used teleport a lot when I was messing around. Okay, so clean Strigoi fight. 1 floor down is the Grotto. We're gonna just feel our way around here. This is the river map. Oh, there's a crocodile. Let's get him out of water. Oh, shoot. Can't see. We get a pretty good amount of glow here. At level 2. Oh shit, I'm about to turn into a vampire. It's a good thing I have a bunch of celestial or soul elixirs. Oh! There's 2 of these left in a shop I never bought. Oh well, I still have a lot. It's all good. Alright, on to the Maelstrom. Any DCSS fans will recognize this. It is very similar to the Abyss. Actually, I'm going to stay away from these Balars. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't really have to fight anything here if you don't want to. Well, this is a great area. Alright, Portal to Underworld 1. Let's go! Alright. The Underworld. You know what? Let's take a quick break here. About 2.5 hours of uptime. And we've cleared all of the main world stuff, and now we're in the Underworld. So Underworld and secrets lie ahead. Seems like a good break point. So I'll be right back.